If you've ever eaten at a busy restaurant, you already understand how a multi-million dollar software team operates. Think about it this way. The product owner is like the lead menu planner who decides what dishes to offer based on what customers want to buy. The developers are the skilled kitchen staff actually cooking the meal behind the line. And the Scrum Master is the restaurant manager who makes sure orders flow smoothly, ingredients arrive on time, and nobody interrupts the chefs while they work. Welcome back to Lesson 11 of our complete Business Analyst Masterclass here on Career Growth Lab. I'm glad you're here today because we are demystifying the three core roles in Scrum: the product owner, the Scrum Master, and the developers. Most importantly, we're going to clarify where you, as a non-IT business analyst, fit into this dynamic without writing a single line of code. Before we jump into the core concepts, make sure to head over to Be a Careers in to download your free Scrum Roles cheat sheet and user story templates. And right now, drop a comment below. Which of these three roles sounds most confusing to you right now? The product owner, the Scrum Master, or the developers? Let's discuss it together in the comments. Let's break down the exact accountability of each role so you can visualize how an agile team functions every single day. First, we have the product owner, or PO. The product owner is accountable for maximizing the value of the product resulting from the work of the Scrum team. They own the what and the why. They are constantly looking at market demand, customer feedback, and business goals to prioritize the product backlog. If a feature isn't adding value, the product owner cuts it. Second, we have the Scrum Master. The Scrum Master is accountable for establishing Scrum as defined in the Scrum Guide. They own the process. They aren't a project manager in the traditional sense, and they certainly aren't your boss. Instead, think of them as a servant leader and a shield. They facilitate daily meetings, remove operational blockers, and protect developers from mid-sprint scope changes requested by aggressive executives. Third, we have the developers. In Scrum, developer doesn't just mean coders. It refers to anyone on the team building the increment. This includes software engineers, database architects, and QA testers. They own the how. They take prioritized requirements and turn them into functional, tested software during 2-week editions called sprints. Now that you know who everyone is on paper, how does this actually work in practice when a client or executive asks for a brand new feature? Let's trace this step by step using a real-world banking app scenario. To keep things concrete, let's use our continuous project example, building an instant wire transfer feature for a mobile banking application that allows users to send up to $10,000 instantly. Here is how the step-by-step delivery process unfolds across all three roles. Step 1 begins with the product owner. The PO analyzes customer churn data and realizes bank users are switching to competitors who offer instant transfers. They decide to add this feature to the top of the product backlog. Step 2 involves you, the business analyst, working alongside the product owner. You help translate that high-level business need into granular user stories and acceptance criteria. For example, you write out the business logic. The system must require a 2-factor OTP code if the transfer exceeds $1,000. Step 3 is where the Scrum Master steps in during the sprint planning meeting. The SN ensures the team doesn't commit to more work than they can realistically complete over the next 14 days, keeping the scope manageable. Finally, Step 4 belongs to the developers. They take your clear acceptance criteria, build the API integration with the bank's core system, design the user interface, and run automated testing. Notice how clean the workflow is when responsibilities are clear. However, as a new BA, you will often find overlapping lines between your job and the product owner's job. Let's look at the critical pitfall you must avoid. The absolute single biggest area of confusion for non-IT professionals transitioning into a business analyst role is understanding where the BA's job ends and the product owner's job begins. On some smaller IT projects, you might see a product owner performing BA duties or a business analyst acting as a proxy product owner. But in pure Scrum theory and structured corporate environments, their core responsibilities are distinct. The product owner is focused on ROI, strategic vision, feature prioritization, and managing stakeholder expectations. They hold the budget and have final decision, making authority on what gets built. The business analyst, on the other hand, focuses on deep operational analysis, functional requirements, detailed documentation, and workflow mapping. You ensure that when developers read a requirement, every edge case, like what happens if the user loses internet connection mid, Transfer is completely mapped out. Here is the golden rule to remember for your interviews. Never approve a major scope change or alter feature priority without explicit sign-off from your product owner. You are the strategic co-pilot, not the decision maker. To really give you a feel for how these roles communicate, let's step inside a 15-minute daily stand-up meeting during a ranking app project. Imagine the team is halfway through the 2-week sprint and a developer speaks up. Developer, we're hit with a major blocker. The external SMS gateway server we use for sending OTP verification codes is completely down in our testing environment. I can't test the instant transfer feature until it's back up. In a traditional old school office environment, people might start pointing fingers. But watch how the Scrum roles handle this. Scrum Master, thanks for raising that blocker immediately. I will jump on a call with the IT infrastructure lead and the third-party SMS vendor right now to get that test environment back online. Focus on the UI screens while I resolve this. Business Analyst U, while the Scrum Master resolves the server issue, I have updated the documented acceptance criteria for daily transfer limit caps. You can review those business rules so we don't lose any sprint momentum. Do you see how the team supports one another? The Scrum Master handles operational obstacles, while the business analyst ensures functional clarity. A question I get from students all the time is, if I don't write code, what software tools do I actually use to collaborate with product owners, Scrum Masters, and developers? Let's look at the 4 industry standard tools you need to know. Jira. This is the primary Agile project management tool. The product owner prioritizes stories here, and developers drag tasks from to-do to in progress to done. Confluence. This is your home base as a BA. It acts as a central wiki for storing BRDs, FRDs, process workflows, and detailed acceptance criteria. Miro or Lucid Chart. These are interactive digital whiteboards used during Agile retrospectives, brainstorming sessions, and user journey mapping. Microsoft Visio, the standard tool for mapping out visual business process flowcharts. Remember, hiring managers do not expect non-IT candidates to know complex programming languages. Mastering these functional collaboration tools is what will set you apart in interviews. Let's turn this knowledge into actionable value for your job search. If you come from banking, sales, operations, or customer support, how do you talk about Scrum roles on your resume without tech experience? Avoid writing weak, generic bullet points like this. Worked with team members and developers on daily IT tasks. That doesn't tell a hiring manager anything about your actual skill level. Instead, reframe your experience using standard Agile terminology like this. Collaborated directly with product owners and Scrum Masters in 2-week sprints to refine user stories for fintech workflows, reducing requirement ambiguity by 25%. Notice the difference? Even if your past background was in retail or banking operations, framing your experience around cross-functional collaboration, backlog refinement, and sprint delivery proves to an employer that you understand modern software teams. Let me recap our core checklist from today's lesson. The product owner owns the product backlog, business vision, and product ROI. The Scrum Master serves the team, facilitates agile events, and removes operational blockers. The developers build, test, and deliver functional software increments every sprint. And the business analyst bridges the gap, providing deep requirement logic and edge case clarity so everyone stays aligned. Master these role boundaries, and you will navigate any agile software team with absolute confidence. Thank you so much for watching Lesson 11. If this video helped you understand the 3 Scrum roles, please smash that like button and subscribe to Career Growth Lab to support the channel. Don't forget to visit bacareers.in to grab your free downloadable Scrum cheat sheets, process templates, and complete BA career roadmaps. In our next lesson, Lesson 12, we are diving into how to write professional user stories and acceptance criteria step by step. Keep learning, keep growing, and I will see you in the next masterclass.